One of the most beautiful places in the world, West Point, New York. Where Connie and I were married 60 years ago.
Encourage us in our endeavor to live above the common level of life. Make us to choose the harder road instead of the easy road. Never to be content with the half, the truth when the whole can be won. Endow us with courage that is born of loyalty to all that is noble and worthy, that scorns to compromise with vice and injustice, and knows no fear when truth and right are in jeopardy. Guard us against flippancy and irreverence, the sacred things of life. Grant us new ties of friendship, new opportunities of service. Kindle our hearts in fellowship with those of a cheerful countenance, and soften our hearts with sympathy for those who sorrow and suffer. Help us to maintain the honor of the core, untarnished and unsullied, and to show forth in our lives the ideals of West Point, in doing our duty to thee and to our country. All of which we ask in the name of the great friend and master of all, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Today's Old Testament reading comes from Isaiah chapter 48. Those who have stood by me in my trials, and I confer on you a kingdom, just as my Father conferred one on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith will not fail, and when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. But he replied, Lord, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death. Jesus answered, I tell you, Peter, before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times that you know me. The word of the Lord.
Touchdown in Michie Stadium, scored by guard Davidson, recovering a fumble in the Columbia game in 1927. Well deserved. Officer for a secret and dangerous mission. I want a West Point football player. General George C. Marshall, Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army, World War II. Heisman's for Blanchard, Davis, Dawkins, the Outland for Joe Steffi, and the Campbell Trophy for Rodriguez. Irizal. Michie Stadium ready for graduation. Honor, country, and the Hollander Center go hand in hand. He gave his life for his country and for the men he was leading. A true West Point and American hero. Red Blake, coach of 2 national championship teams at West Point, and one of the great coaches in the history of all of football. Beat Navy, sing second 3 times in a row. Beat Navy, sing second, 3 straight times in a row. The O'Mara Malik Dawkins weight room. 3 Heisman heroes. Blanchard, Davis, and Dawkins. 3 Heismans and a great coach. Pete Dawkins Heisman. Red Blank. The lacrosse luncheon. The Heisman one last time. First night, welcoming night. Everybody checking in. With Florida.
Well, my second trip to Florida was courtesy of the U.S. Army Rangers, and introduced something called swamps at Eglin Air Force Base. And being
I live right by
a
Eglin.
boy out of Brooklyn, where worms were nothing I handled, handling water moccasins and making stew out of alligators is a little out of my league. But we lasted, we made it through.
But apparently you survived. So
I did.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Davison was our superintendent. During a year, we were undefeated. with one tie with Pittsburgh. We were ranked number 3 and invited to the Sugar Bowl to play LSU for the national championship.
Wow.
General Davison said no, he wouldn't allow that because it would take too much time away from our studies.
Oh my gosh.
So we didn't get to go.
We didn't go. We went home instead.
You went home instead?
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Wow. Well, that's too bad. I'm surprised.
It's who knows at this point what the outcome would have been. But we were, like Mom said, we were really disappointed that another game couldn't go.
I would think. Well, maybe next time.
Next time, right. Anyway,
Okay. So what happened now to the players who didn't get to go? You got to go where?
we went to the North-South game.
5 of you?
Pete Dawkins, Harry Walters, Bill Rao, and Monk Hilliard. Bob Novogratz went to the East-West game, played for the East.
Well, that's some kind of makeup, but it's not like winning a bowl game.
My name is Lynn Rosner. I grew up in the Flatland section of Brooklyn, went to James Madison High School. And my name is not up on any headline.
Yeah.
It's a school that included Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, Judge Judy, Martin Landau, and Carol Kane. And it's still in existence.
My goodness.
One of 3 high schools still going when I was going to school there in the 50s.
That's incredible. Good for you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's fast gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
the GOAT football team. Now, we were accepted only after we pledged. After we pledged, there would be equal treatment for classmates of both regiments and also you Hive classmates. We always, Dave and I, we envied the accomplishments of you Hives. But, I know that it's not politically correct to comment, but I want you to know that I don't repeat politically incorrect comments. So listen very carefully. We shouldn't focus on individuals who take excessively more time to complete a task that others can do in a small fraction of the time. You all traveled here in about 1% of the time it took. three who finally made it here today. Perhaps they're in need of remedial instruction on the subject of modern travel. Seriously, let's give a real welcome to Ann, Larry, and Will.
Larry and Will, please stand and take a bow. But we want Ann to come up here for just a second. Ann, would you please come up here? You can do it, Will. Larry? These guys deserve a lot of credit, but we want to make a special presentation today to Ann, because anybody who can put up with these two guys on the road for a month and a half deserves something special and a special honor. So,
oh, thank you. I know what this is. We are recycling jersey. We are recycling jersey. Fantastic.
thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. We have a couple of announcements relating to tomorrow's events. Tomorrow morning, starting at 8:20, we're having our classmates will be wearing our uniform, including the fedora that I believe all of you have received, and we are fortunate. We're fortunate that we're expecting decent weather during our days here. Wanted to thank a person who has been so supportive of Pete Keogh and myself throughout our planning. Nicole Vitale, who is standing here and back here. Let's hear it for Nicole, from the AOG, who really did full effort to it. We are fortunate that we have 3 class aides that will be assisting us throughout the reunion. Captain Nadine Gamble, Major Noel Sionson, and Captain Jody Van Meter. You'll be meeting them from throughout the reunion. And also, we're very, very pleased to have with us someone who looks like our person who was our superintendent while we were cadets. Tom Davidson, son of General Gar Davidson, will be videoing our reunion. So if you see Tom, please give him a good wave, a good hello. He is really, really helping us, and we're very, very grateful to you. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
And now, call upon our Secretary, Bob Winkley, who has an announcement.
Come up here, I'd like for them to stand, but depleted. All too often our ranks are depleted, but sometimes our ranks increase. And we have one guest tonight who is the fiance of our president, Peter Dawkins. Her name is Ambassador Mary Horisman. The date is July 9th, and we're very excited about that. Could I just ask Pete and Mary to stand?
We're ready for the chow line. We're ready for the chow.
Of things. One is tomorrow morning at 7:30, there's going to be not a breakfast, but there's going to be coffee and sweet rolls. And if you want, before that runs out, get there early. But then at 8:30, we're going to have our class meeting. And I wanted to clarify that everybody's welcome. All the spouses, all the kids, whoever would like to come. We'd be delighted to have you. It's not a business meeting. It is a fun meeting of the organization. And it's going to be blue blazer, white shirt, and a West Point tie. And don't you screw it up either, Kelly. And by the way, hold it. Hold it. I'm not finished yet. Breakfast is going to be here. It's going to be here in this building. I don't give a shit where it is. It's going to be in this building. It's going to be in the class meeting, whatever. So, in any event, please do come. It's wonderful to have everybody here. We constitute something of a mob. Almost 250 of us here. A very great turnout. And thanks everybody for coming. Evening.